listening to CLNS Media, powered by betonline.ag. Go to clnsmedia.com/roll. Use our promo code CLNS50 for 50% off your first deposit.
Is this on?
You know what? It's like that song, Love Stinks.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with my brother Joe Pisano and Eric Slamilton Hamilton. Excuse me, Joe. I'm sorry, brother.
Oh.
But I'm doing it this week. I'm starting the show because I don't think there is a person on the planet that is more upset about what went on.
Did you see his Instagram?
With this Raw reunion. Yes, I made multiple videos. I was pissed off until I went to bed. I actually went to bed early Monday night because I was just like, I'm too angry. I have to go to sleep. Yeah. This is the worst. I could not believe they had, 40 former stars and legends on Raw?
Yeah.
And it was still a horrible show.
Terrible.
I didn't think it was possible for the show to be this bad when you have so much star power. Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out, and instead of stunning everyone, he just tells us that he loves us. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Isn't that so sweet?
It's so... I feel so loved.
And then there was no memorable moments.
No.
There was one cool moment in the entire show.
Yeah.
Everything else was, oh, look, the former stars are showing up the new guys, and nothing was progressed.
I'm curious what your one cool moment is, although I think I know.
Yeah.
We won't spoil it. Where... We kept talking last week about, okay, what is Kevin Owens going to do with Stone Cold? Who's going to stun who?
It's so easy.
Like, he's the guy right now.
Yes.
He's the fucking guy in the company right now.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Let's watch.
The answer? Not a damn thing.
Nothing.
He doesn't even show up.
It's like when you find a recipe you really like and you're really excited about it.
Yeah.
And you get all the ingredients and everything is ready to go, and then you just fuck it up anyway.
It's so easy.
Come on.
It's like okay, how do you make a pizza? You got bread.
Pizza?
You got bread, cheese, sauce.
Yeah, so
how do you screw that up?
It goes cheese, mushrooms, dough,
pineapples. Let's throw some pineapple on there, sprinkle that around.
Yeah, that's it.
Stone Cold comes out, and again, I posted this on social media, so you might have seen it already, but just in case you didn't, Stone Cold comes out to the ring, and he's like, hey, don't worry, Stone Cold's not going to get all sentimental. Matter of fact, I'll stun each and every one of these legends and stars on the stage right now. But anyways, I love you, I love him, I love her, I love them, and I love each and every one of you. We're all family. That's what Stone Cold. That's Stone Cold.
Yeah. I love
family
him, I
man.
love her, I love you, I love them, and I love each and every one of you.
That's Stone Cold now. He's a big family guy.
I'll give you some of my beer.
He's Vin Diesel.
Yeah. What the hell is going on? And people are saying, oh, well, Stone Cold, he's too old. He can't stun anyone anymore.
Horse shit.
Last year, he stunned Vince and Shane in the ring.
Hold on. He can't fall on his ass?
Right.
I mean, Vince is still doing fucking
he can't
major bubs.
He can't fall on his ass on a
Vince
trampoline.
Took a headbutt to the face.
My dad can fall. Our dad can fall on his ass on a trampoline.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Someone else said that he has a contract where they have to pay him $10,000 for each stunner. It's like, first of all, there's no way that's true. And if it were, Vince would be like, here you go. Here's $100,000. Please drop 10 stunners tonight.
Yeah.
Like, why?
$10,000 a stunner. Money
fucking spent.
Of course.
Yeah.
So the show was an absolute train wreck.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're going to get into all of it. But before we do, we have to thank 10 new patrons who signed up at patreon.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling.
I like it.
And they are Christian Aquino, Nikki Taglieri.
Yep.
Oh, God. Oh, I should have let one of you guys do this. Edarice Saunders, Brandon.
Wait, are you sure on that one?
Brandon?
Yeah.
I think so. Booty Saxton, Luke E. Lou,
Yeah.
Drew Bennington, Carlos Ramirez, Monica Bridge, and Pop Culture Junkie. So there you go.
That's awesome. Now, as much as I love seeing new patrons,
Yes.
and welcome every one of you, thank you for supporting our show.
Absolutely.
There's something else on here that I'm really excited about as well.
Well, yeah. So
There's 9 more names.
yes, there are.
These 9 people bought the brand new pizza shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yes. I'm really pleased with it.
I have a major announcement.
What's that?
Where was that pizza from in that shirt?
From the podcast?
No, I mean like the character who's holding.
Oh,
the
that's
pizza.
not important.
No,
The main thing is that it's me with a pizza. Everyone loves Eric doing pizza.
Yeah.
That's all that's important about that shirt.
Okay.
Well, and in the picture, you work for Pisano's Pizza.
Oh.
Anyway, my major announcement is we are going to recreate that in real life. We're opening Pisano's Pizza.
Yep.
We're going to give out What's Wrong with Wrestling pizza boxes.
And Eric
Is
said,
it
and
going
Eric-
to be located in Tune-Up, now open in Richmond?
Yeah. Eric's going to cook the pizza, deliver the pizza,
for minimum wage? It's gonna
Yeah.
be great.
and then if you tip him at least $1, he'll go, pizza?
Yeah.
But you got to tip him $1.
When you open the door, I'll just be like, pizza?
No, he'll be like,
Waiting for the money.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, that's it. Pizza.
come on, say it.
Nah, I'm good.
And then he'll go, wait,
Say
more?
it.
Yeah, that's good. Pizza?
Yes.
Joe had to find a way to spin it to shit on me.
Shit. Oh,
so
what
great.
are we shitting on?
Always. Me.
Your pizza's worth more than
Making
$1,
fun
Eric.
of really, I'm making fun of legends that comic places that like say, I need money to do anything.
Yes.
You're making me sound like I'm fucking sad Virgil. Like I'm so desperate. Come on, give me $1. I'll say the thing you like.
Pizza?
So look, we got
Yeah.
a new T-shirt. It's by far the best one we've had yet.
Yeah.
So if you
Better
want
than
one,
this one.
yeah, that's
Well,
our best-selling one.
It's our best-selling one.
It needs to be
for
our
now.
best sell-
Kick out, spear pin, repeat.
Needs to
he's
be our
talking
best
about.
seller before you get a little nuts though there.
Yeah.
It's
buddy.
close already. No, so we got 9 people who bought the pizza shirt. So thank you to Scotty Bourne. He was the first.
Yeah.
Joshua Klein, Nate Smith, DeAndre Malone, Agapito Flores,
AJ.
Todd Fricker, Jordan Pikarski, Adam Brinkley, and Marion Cameron.
Wow.
So thank you to those people.
Thank you.
You've got to mention Rito.
He didn't get one yet. He said he's waiting till payday.
What?
Rito, you betrayed us all.
He didn't
Yeah.
wear it to work today?
ProWrestlingTees.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling. Get
Yeah.
your pizza shirt today.
Today.
Wow.
And we also have one more person to thank.
special things.
Very,
very-
special thing.
Wow.
Very special thanks to Nadir Thabata because he got us this brand new soundboard.
The
I'm kind of
official
holding it up.
soundboard of What's Wrong with Wrestling.
Yes. It has 15 different sound bites that we can play.
This is incredible.
I spent the last 2 days customizing this.
How
Yeah.
did you put the little videos on there, the GIFs?
I put GIFs on there.
GIFs.
And yeah, it's very customizable. You can do anything with this thing. You could do more than just soundboard stuff with this thing. Like
Yeah.
you could
That's
run
amazing.
you could run a whole show with this thing. It's pretty awesome. It's a lot. I had a lot of fun customizing it. We have 5 Vince clips
Yeah.
and a few more. I'm definitely going to put Eric's Pizza on there.
the
But I
original.
haven't done that yet. Yeah, the original,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah. So yeah, this could either make the podcast amazing or it could ruin the podcast forever. But we'll see.
Yeah. I hope you guys like repetitive sounds.
We'll have to keep swapping them out every time we get a new one,
Yeah.
which is almost every week.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say repetitive sounds?
That's an oldie but goodie.
Yeah.
All right.
People are like, this isn't fun anymore.
Man, that was vintage. What's Wrong with Wrestling?
Yeah. Super vintage.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, this soundboard won't poison, the show.
Yeah,
So
true. I swear to God,
I know,
next
all of
week
our
I get
fans-
to control it. I will quit the show if I can't control that.
All
for
our
1
fans
week.
are gonna get sick and just start listening and just maybe like throwing up.
And I want to customize it for that week. Give me a row.
Okay. All right. So
We should all bring our own customized.
we should all have a soundboard.
Poison. Again. Poison. Pizza. Poison. I mean, poison.
That could be a Patreon episode.
wait. I can
Just
actually
an hour of us doing that.
You're doing it, but I can actually do that.
Oh my god. I love that they play over each other. I'm glad it doesn't cut
absolutely.
off. That's so.
There's
freaking
actually
good.
an option on there. It default doesn't do that, but I made it so that it does do that.
Hit the again one 3 times quick.
Yeah.
Go. That is amazing.
This is just going to be a Patreon episode. Pushing these buttons
See what he
for an
just did?
hour.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. No.
He did it like 3 times.
All right, look. We're not going to do that
do
anymore.
Do it 3
Hold
times
on.
again. Do it one more time.
Do the poison 3 times.
Poison, poison, poison.
It's like that song.
Wait, do Alistair Black 3
That
times.
girl is.
All right.
I love this.
All right.
I could do this all day.
Okay, look, we got to stop.
No.
We have to get to the show. Come on. We got to do this.
All right.
You guys ready?
No.
No, I'm not. No.
You
So,
have to put in twins. You have to put that on there too.
yeah, we definitely got to like get our 5 like best quotes from the podcast.
Yeah.
Like obviously
We may have to
pizza's
have
one of
like
them.
a fan vote on that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What sound bites from the show do you want on this soundboard? Let
Yeah.
us know. All right, we got to start the Raw reunion. We start things with the return of John Cena.
Who saw that coming?
Yeah.
I mean, of course.
They had to start with
But
Cena.
And I was excited to see him.
Sure.
yeah, I was excited, but think of the last time we saw him at Mania.
WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
The Doctor was back.
Right. He's kind of back here.
Yeah.
So he comes out. We're all excited to see Cena, but then Michael Cole ruins it by calling Cena the greatest superstar of all time.
Yeah.
It's like, no, he's great, but he's not the greatest superstar. Don't say that. That's ridiculous.
I mean, it's a legend show.
right.
Like if he comes on and it's not a legend show,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. But like,
If-
no, we're about to see like at least 5 guys better than
Yeah.
John Cena.
Right.
If he's the greatest, then what's Ric Flair, what's
Yeah.
Hogan, and what's Stone Cold?
If Cena's the greatest, I guess they jumped the shark. You start off with the best one. Well, don't need to watch this anymore.
Right.
Like just Google one random Ric Flair promo.
Yes.
And you'll be like, oh yeah, no, he's not the greatest. It's Ric Flair.
They've made a terrible error.
So Cena hypes all the legends that will be appearing, but then he's interrupted by the Usos of all people. The Usos get in the ring and they say they want to drop some rhymes with the Doctor. So Cena takes them to school.
Respect for calling me out, but ain't no way I'm getting bested. Y'all look just like your mugshots. How was it getting arrested?
So good.
Yeah, sure. And they're like, John Cena.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that was great. Yeah. And then like one of them says shout out to something county, like where he
Yeah.
actually
Got arrested.
spent a night in jail.
Jesus.
Did they do it on purpose for street cred? Was it one of those situations?
I think so.
Jeez.
They want to be legit.
Right. So the Usos then introduce their daddy, Rikishi.
Oh.
So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. You know, we haven't seen Rikishi in a while.
I saw him a few weeks ago, actually.
Oh, you did?
At that San Antonio convention.
You're right.
Looking sad in a booth.
So Cena starts to leave, but Rikishi tells him to back that ass up in the ring. He says, I can't let you leave all fast and furious without busting a move. So Rikishi, the Usos, and Cena are about to dance, but they are interrupted by the Revival.
Ah.
And the Revival brought back up
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Devon Dudley.
And
That's it. That's it, just Devon.
they brought a Dudley.
Dudley.
It's like, ladies and gentlemen, one half of the Rockers. It's Marty Jannetty.
And they brought the one that puts Dud in Dudley. I mean,
Okay, but why?
But like, why? What does he have to do?
Why
with it?
is he with the Revival?
Yeah, just reunion.
The only thing that could come out of this, the only good thing, is in a couple months, Devon picks up the old Reverend Devon gimmick, and the Revival are his new deacons.
I guess.
That's not happening.
I mean,
that's
I actually have insider information on why Devon was on Raw. He was actually supposed to be on SmackDown, but
oh, okay.
he's a wild card.
Yeah.
Don't you love when the legend who you haven't seen in years does a heel turn for one night?
Right.
The fuck is this?
Yeah.
I'm a bad guy.
Is he going to teach him how to put people
Just
to
for
a table?
tonight. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we go backstage, and Hulk Hogan is telling.
I mean, yeah. How was a table not involved?
No,
Right.
of course. I'm going to get to the match in a second,
because
but
Bubba Ray.
first they went backstage, and we see Hulk Hogan telling Jimmy Hart how excited he is for the Raw reunion, and Hogan says, "I feel like I could beat someone up tonight," and you're like, "What? What are you talking about?"
And then Ron
Spoiler
Simmons
alert.
walks up and he's like, "Damn!"
No, he did. We have plenty of that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But why would he say that? He doesn't beat up anyone, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
No legends beat up anyone,
I think
except for each other.
I think you
guess.
missed the joke I had in there.
What?
Like, think of like No Holds Barred, the movie,
Yeah.
where it's just him like beating up black dudes.
Oh, well, sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. So our first match on Raw, the Raw reunion. We have the Revival versus the Usos.
Yeah.
Awful. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, they are two great tag teams, right? So it could be a lot of fun.
There's nothing about Monday Night Raw that is fun.
I mean, come on, give it a chance.
There we go.
No.
Come on, really? Come on, just give them like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
This thing has already paid for itself.
we got Rikishi and Devon ringside.
Yeah.
We also have Booker
Because they had
T.
a long fairy tale rivalry,
Yeah.
storybook rivalry.
You know what I wanted to say to the writer who wrote this opening match?
Yeah.
What?
No, one down,
Hold on.
two over. I already have the fucking thing memorized in my head. One down, two over.
There you go.
Andrew, if I do this, then you know which one I was. Oh man.
So
Yeah, what a snore fest.
Right.
And we've seen these guys, and they're both talented. They've had good
They
matches.
are.
But like, just what a snore fest to open the show.
Well,
Yeah.
we also have Booker T on commentary.
Yay.
And he also mentioned Tully Blanchard, who is currently signed with AEW. So good job, Book.
Yeah.
And then they did a split screen commercial during the match starring Alexa Bliss and Ron Simmons in a Burger King commercial.
Jesus.
With Ron Simmons yelling "damn" for no reason. Like
No, like, damn, dead ass.
Damn.
like they bring she's like a queen or whatever, and people are trying to impress her, and then finally the Burger King mascot comes and brings her a burger, and then she's like, "Oh, this is great," and then for no reason at all, Ron Simmons goes, "Damn!" Like, damn
Yeah.
what?
It's
She's
almost
like,
like,
ew, carbs? I haven't had those in 6 years.
Yeah,
no, it's almost like, damn, we're doing a fucking Burger King commercial. That's how it seemed to me. I was like, ooh, this is too real.
right.
I don't know if you guys caught it, but Burger King was the sponsor.
Oh, really?
This week,
Yeah, I didn't
Holy
realize that.
shit.
Because in the bottom left, we have the Burger King commercial, and in the bottom left corner, the Burger King logo, which is like almost bigger than the fucking match.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I did get Burger King for lunch today.
And dinner.
Dinner, breakfast,
And I think I'm gonna have it tomorrow.
going after
I think I'm going
this.
to pick some up on the way home.
Right.
I mean, they do have a new $4, $5, and $6 Whopper meal.
Yeah, that's great. Why don't you wait till they're a sponsor of this show, okay?
Right.
And then we can make our own Burger King commercial.
Yeah. Damn.
So the Usos get the win with the splash off the top rope, and then with their dad there, they don't dance.
Wait.
They don't dance. They win the match.
But what?
You don't have 30 seconds to do the dance? Like, for real.
Right. You,
You
can't
can't do
dim
the
the lights and just bong 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 bong. I mean,
Rikishi's like, I can't do this anymore. I don't remember
Right.
any of this.
did Rikishi get back in the ring? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think he just raised their hands. But, like, why couldn't you do the
I was
dance?
gonna say maybe he couldn't get back in the ring.
Oh, excuse me for a second.
Yeah.
Sorry. And new
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Raw Tag Team Champions.
I think
doesn't
we need,
work
I think
that
we
way.
need that sound clip for sure.
we do need that.
Yeah.
Question. How many times have the Usos won the tag team titles?
Like a million.
Okay. So why do they have to earn a shot, an opportunity?
You know why? This is a Raw reunion. Nothing counts tonight.
oh my
true.
God.
wins and
They
losses.
just might have earned a title opportunity, maybe, possibly.
The future
probably
shot
not.
at
Maybe.
maybe a possible shot for a title opportunity.
And then Corey's like, whoa. Take it easy, okay?
Yeah.
Take it easy, Cole.
Right.
You fucking idiot. Support for What's Wrong with Wrestling comes from Manscaped, who is #1 in men's below-the-belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. That rhymes. Look, these guys have changed the game, okay? I've given up for years on trimming my own pubic hair and my balls and all that stuff because I would always cut myself, start bleeding, and then the end result ends up looking worse than what I originally had. But that's why Manscaped has come along, and they have redesigned the electric trimmer. Their Lawnmower 2.0 has proprietary skin-safe technology, so this trimmer won't nick or snag your nuts. Manscaping accidents are finally a thing of the past, and come on, you don't want to use the same trimmer on your face that you use on your balls, all right? That's just gross, because then your face is going to end up smelling like your balls, and no one wants that. Manscaped also has the Crop Preserver, which is an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. Now think about this. You already put deodorant on your armpits. Why? Because they smell, right? Well, what's smellier than your armpits? Your balls. If you wonder why your wife or girlfriend's not visiting you down there recently, it's because your balls smell. So here's the important part. You get 20% off and free shipping with the code WWWW at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code WWWW and your balls will thank you. Hey, we're in the second half of baseball season, so make sure you place your wagers with betonline.ag. It's the only place where you can get in on all the action and let the experts do the heavy lifting for you. You might know that I'm a Mets fan, Joe as well. Eric's a Red Sox fan. And let me tell you, there's nothing more satisfying than betting on your team to win, and then they actually do. It's like 2 wins in 1. You can even bet on who will win the Super Bowl next year. You know, the Jets are, they're not heavily favored by any means. But, you know, you could bet on your favorite team to win the Super Bowl. And, hey, if they do, big money. And because you're a loyal listener of What's Wrong with Wrestling and CLNS Media, we're going to give you an extra 50% added onto your sports betting bankroll when you go to clnsmedia.com/wrestlingpod and use the promo code CLNS50. The best part is the bonus will be added into your balance within seconds, so you can use it right away. Again, support our podcast by going to clnsmedia.com/wrestlingpod and use code CLNS50. A minimum deposit of $25 is required to qualify for the bonus. Please see BetOnline's general rules for additional terms and conditions regarding bonuses. BetOnline.ag, your online sportsbook experts. So next up, we go backstage where Alicia Fox, who for some reason is being treated like a legend.
Well, I mean, she's been with the company
Like, I guess she retired?
12 years.
I guess she's not an active superstar anymore?
I guess not.
So she's telling Dana Brooke and Caitlyn that she needs a bigger hat for SummerSlam. Hi, Caitlyn, by the way.
Right.
But why does Alicia Fox need a bigger hat for SummerSlam?
Yeah.
She's not wrestling at SummerSlam, is she? For the love of God?
Like she wants a bigger hat to piss off people sitting behind her when she's sitting in the nosebleeds.
Right.
Yes.
Then,
That's it.
Then Tori Wilson walks up and she just says, Foxy! That's her only line of the night. Foxy! And they hug. And then Santino Marella shows up.
Yeah.
And Alicia Fox asks him, where's...
Santino Marella.
Santino Marella. Alicia asks him, where's your little friend? And he says, little? So then Santino...
That was funny.
Sure. So then Santino pulls out his snake and rubs it on Tori's face. Okay. Then
I blew.
Then Drew McIntyre walks up, looks at them, and then says, legends, and then walks away. It's like, yeah.
Please tell us of your fabled career, Drew.
Right. And as he's walking
But
away...
still, like you don't do that.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of like too real as well.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
but
Tori's a Hall of Famer. She was right there.
Right.
She's some kind of a legend.
Sure.
he should be like, legends, and then go, hey, Tori, and then walk away.
Right.
Dude, Santino Marella is the only guy that I can think of Yeah, the only guy I can think of where like he was just a fan and he was randomly chosen and won a title.
Yeah, that was real.
It's the only guy I can think of.
Yeah.
Wasn't what was his name? Hillbilly Jim. What was his name?
He was, but I don't think he won the title that night.
Right.
Hogan was just like, "Hey, you big shit, come here and help me." Okay.
I need a big dumb idiot, brother.
I need a big dumb idiot for our Saturday morning cartoon,
And one day
which
he'll
was
be
so dumb.
and
Watched every episode.
and one day he'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Are
Are the Godwins in the Hall of Fame with him?
No,
Was it all of them?
no.
No, I don't think so.
They should
Maybe
be.
they were.
They should be in the Wyatt family. They were the Wyatt
That's
family before
true.
there was a Wyatt
For
family.
sure.
They're OG Wyatt family.
Yeah.
Right. And as McIntyre's walking away, once again we see a random person in the background, and they're just facing the wall.
Like nose to the wall. Like at least
Why do
like
they do
act
this?
like you're reading something or texting.
Like, do you think,
don't
like-
put your fucking face on the wall?
Hold on, do you guys think that it's like a McMahon thing?
Yeah.
And they're like, if like the camera, it's like camera in 4 seconds, like and like look into the camera, it's like a camera, like
You just have to. Yeah, I just don't understand. Like, why can't it just be some person leaning against the wall texting or something
Yeah, right.
instead of like facing a
No,
wall?
no, camera's still there.
That's not natural.
No, it's
no one
not.
does this.
No.
what do you have to give them the fucking SAG card if they show their face on TV?
Right.
No,
Just
none
walk.
of them have SAG cards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
I
an
don't
extra
get it.
for a long time. They don't just give those things out.
Right.
My face was everywhere.
It's like they're all in the
It's
Blair
on
Witch.
Friends for a second.
It's like they're all in the Blair Witch Project,
Right.
facing a wall. It's
Yeah.
really stupid. So next up, Charlie Caruso interviews R-Truth backstage. And first, we watch Truth successfully defending the 24/7 title against the Hurricane and Drake Maverick at Comic-Con.
Yeah. Yeah.
They like, that sucked. Like, that was really bad if you watch that.
Right.
Now that they've let Legends have the title,
Yeah.
why not let Hurricane win the title at Comic-Con?
Yeah, come on. Well, this was before.
What?
Comic-Con was this past weekend.
Yeah.
They're showing the scene from it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, why couldn't Hurricane Helms have won the 24/7 title?
And then just take it to Raw with him.
Of course.
Or just have another clip of R-Truth rolling him up like they always do.
Oh, that- yeah,
3
that's
seconds
true.
later, and then
Right.
he still has it.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a shit?
Well, I'm so fucking sick of this title.
Right. It was entertaining for a
Because
little bit.
it's all roll-ups. At least the hardcore
It's-
24/7 was kind of
like you had to have
like,
somewhat
yeah,
of a match.
like kind of right.
Like, you would beat
It got a
the
little silly
shit.
that one night.
All the most memorable moments of the Hardcore Championship are none of them are roll-ups.
no.
You know, like it's all like cool stuff. Like
Crash
you
got
know,
pinned in his sleep.
right?
which they redid.
Yeah.
They pretty much stole all of them.
And but
Yeah.
the most frustrating thing is that it's at the end of the day, it's always R-Truth with the fucking title.
Right. Exactly.
So backstage, you know, she's interviewing R-Truth, and Drake Maverick's wife walks up and yells at R-Truth, but then Carmella gets in her face. Drake then rolls up Truth from behind and wins the 24/7 title back, and he runs away with his wife. Then the Godfather walks up and tells Charlie, "It's time to hop on the," but he doesn't say it, but the
Well,
crowd
the crowd
does.
says it, yeah.
I thought, wait, I thought we were going to like back towards the Attitude Era now.
Right.
We can't say ho.
Can't say
Hey,
ho.
I mean,
You can give the
I
finger.
don't care if they don't
You can say
it.
shit, but you can't say ho.
Right.
He talked to Charlie about it, so obviously she's jumping on the train.
Well, yeah. Well, she started dancing with him. She's like, "Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
be your hoe."
Right. Well, I mean,
So yeah,
fine with
I
that.
mean, if you have the Godfather on, he can't even do the one thing that he fucking does.
right. Come
Like,
on.
what's the point?
Couldn't even say pimpin' ain't easy.
Right? No, you can't say that either.
Not.
Like, imagine if the crowd doesn't say anything, then he just is standing there like an idiot.
Right.
Right.
Come on, Charlie, you want to hop on the what?
The what? You can't hear the crowd?
Look, you want to be my bottom bitch?
What'd you call me? Yeah.
And I think she accepted. It seemed like she
Right.
did.
I always thought like he should have had a move where like it was kind of like the big shows like KO Punch, but it was like called Keep the Pimp Hand Strong. That would have been great.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about him is when he was going to have a match, but then he gets the other guy to forfeit because he gives them his fucking
Yeah.
sluts.
Hey, all these bitches will fuck you if you lose to me.
Didn't he win the IC title that way?
Did he?
No.
No?
I don't
No.
think so.
Well, he won a few matches.
They were like,
he won
here's the
some
title.
matches.
Give me bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, when Lita was one of the hoes, for sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
For
Except,
sure.
wait, who's that bitch? I'll take her. Yeah. Well,
Is that
he's-
your top bitch?
All right, so next up we have Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander.
Yep.
It was nothing but rematches. It
Yeah.
was the Raw replay.
Right.
Instead of the Raw reunion.
Raw replay.
So McIntyre attacks Cedric outside the ring. The match never officially happens. And then he gives him a reverse Alabama slam on the apron.
Yeah.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be
What? Just so we could have this match again? Is that
SummerSlam?
why?
Yeah.
No way. There's no way.
What else is Drew doing?
Probably fighting Roman again. Roman doesn't even have a fucking match. That's
No.
shocking.
Right.
That's shocking. I think there's two more episodes? Two more weeks left before SummerSlam?
Yeah. No build up for anything at all.
Right. Backstage, Drake Maverick runs into a locker room to grab his luggage, but it's full of worms. So, of course, that means it's the boogeyman. He shows up, he scares Drake. Drake falls down.
And passes out from the worms, I think. I don't understand what happened after this.
He just falls down and just like lays there like, eh.
I'm petrified with fear.
Pat Patterson walks in, kicks him a couple times.
Kind of.
And then puts his foot on Drake, kind of.
He does that thing where, like, you want to see if they're dead.
It's,
Is it
oh
dead?
my God.
Like a foot push.
Pat Patterson?
Pat Patterson.
Pat Patterson, obviously...
Couldn't even get down to make the pin.
That's an old dude.
He couldn't get down to make the pin. He barely could put his foot on Drake Maverick without falling down. He had to hold on to the wall in order to put his foot on Drake Maverick.
He probably could have gotten down, just not back up.
And you know what? He's single, fellas.
Yeah.
I can't believe that went over our heads when we were younger.
Right.
Like, JR yelled that.
Oh, really?
He's single, fellas. Yeah. When he was dancing the ring, when he was part of, like, the corporation.
God.
And it just went right over everyone's heads. It was like
Well,
an
yeah.
inside joke.
Right. So, yeah. Patterson grabs the title. He wins it, and he says Briscoe's going to love that. And then he slowly walks away.
Oh, okay.
So next up, we have the Viking Raiders versus Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. I'm only bringing it back this week because, like, every match is a rematch almost.
Oh, my God.
For Raw. And we have Christian on commentary and Lillian Garcia as the ring announcer.
Okay.
During the match, Corey asks Christian, who's better, you or Edge? And Christian says, who do you think? I'm here, he's not. So the Raiders get the win after hitting Hawkins with the Viking experience.
In 17 seconds or something.
And then Christian says, you know, Ryder and Hawkins were Edge heads, but, you know, might have been different if they were Christian heads. Just saying.
Or
that's pretty
just
funny.
call them peeps like you normally do, not Christian heads.
Like religious guys? Like, what do you mean?
Yes.
Christian. But then Zack Ryder, after Raw, tweeted how much of an honor it was to be
An
on the Raw
honor and
reunion.
a privilege.
An honor and a privilege
Oh, God, Ryder. Jesus.
to be squashed.
Right.
I mean, every chance he gets, he just always goes up to Vince and
Well,
That's
yeah.
the only reason why he's won those titles.
He needs that fucking sweet toy money. He spends like a fucking $1,000 an episode.
so he got the IC title moment at WrestleMania and lost it the next night.
Of
right?
course, yeah.
He also got the tag title moment with Kurt Hawkins again at WrestleMania.
In New York.
Yeah. What are the chances that he gets like a WWE championship win at WrestleMania one day? Like, I know it's not going to be high,
And
but
loses it the next day.
You can't. Right. You can't tell me it's zero.
he's going backwards.
You could say
Like the IC title, then a tag title. Next will be like the cruiserweight. They'll figure it out.
He'll
And then
get a
the 24/7.
24/7.
you could say well, there was actually a backstage segment where like him and Kurt Hawkins were like, "Oh yeah, let's go after the 24/7 title." But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, next up we go in the Raw reunion green room where we have Santino, Tori, Jillian Hall, who thankfully did not have any lines. I was
Or
totally
a
fine with
giant
that.
mole.
We have Caitlyn, Alicia Fox, and Jimmy Hart. They're all hanging out. And then Mike Kanellis is talking to Eve Torres.
Legend
Oh,
Eve Torres.
legendary Eve Torres.
The legendary, the myth, the woman, the legend.
Who knew that Eve Torres had an army of angry Twitter fans
Right.
that went off on my ass because there was a graphic for the Raw reunion and it had Mark Henry, Stone Cold,
Hogan, Flair.
All guys in the Hall of Fame.
Booker T,
Shawn Michaels, Triple H.
Shawn Michaels, Triple H, right? So it was and then Eve Torres next to them.
Yes.
So and then
Which of these are not like the others?
I tweeted 7 legends and Eve Torres.
Yeah.
And then I got like 30 tweets from just pissed off Eve Torres fans.
Or
she's the legend. They're all losers.
You know, her 30 Twitter accounts when she has to respond. It's a very famous thing for
It's been done
Right.
before.
Like, I mean, it really annoys me, like, people on Twitter that are just, like, they will defend anyone just in hopes of getting a like or a mention by said person.
They're just...
Like, they will tweet them every fucking day. Like, oh, I watched this match. It was so good. I love you. Just to get that fucking like.
Think about all the offensive things I've tweeted.
That's true.
And this is the one that gets attention.
mean, some things you tweet would make a dog gag. Jesus.
Like someone
who's like a woman who's, oh God. You have to say like, fuck Nia Jackson, her ugly face.
Yeah.
Or something like that. We'll just get like a 10,000.
Yeah.
Right.
But again, they didn't have Trish or Lita there that night.
Right.
So
who are actual legends.
right. Eve Torres, who they booked as a legend, had like 2 lines on the whole night.
Yeah.
Was only backstage.
Right.
So yeah, Mike Kanellis is talking to Eve Torres, and then his wife Maria walks up bitching at him. Eve offers to give Maria some parenting tips, but then Eric Bischoff walks up and tells Maria, you know, if that doesn't work out, maybe you can come on over to SmackDown. If what doesn't work out? Your pregnancy? What is he suggesting? Like, you know, you could always get rid of that baby in your stomach, you know, right? And then maybe
come to SmackDown.
and then, you know, throw the other one in a dumpster. And then come over to SmackDown. Of all the people that are at the Raw reunion, Bischoff is trying to recruit Maria Kanellis. Of all the people. It's also the first time on TV that we've seen Bischoff, and he's, you know, they're saying like, oh, he's in control of SmackDown now.
Yeah.
And then, like they said, they weren't going to make it on TV, like a part of TV.
Yeah.
And now both of them have admitted to running those shows.
The
on
first
TV.
chance they've gotten,
Right.
Yeah.
they've said we're in charge now.
Right.
Hey, you want to come over to SmackDown?
Yeah.
Because I'm in charge.
Because of me.
And by the way,
Because of me.
it's so obvious they're not really in charge because only Vince McMahon could book this Raw reunion so horribly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was terrible.
It was really bad.
So, yeah, he wants Maria Kanellis. You know, he wants her bad. That's who he wants. That's it. You know, he doesn't want Seth Rollins or something like that.
Who else was in the room?
A whole bunch of other people. Santino, Tori, Caitlyn, Alicia Fox, Jimmy Hart,
I mean, Jimmy Hart he could have recruited.
Mike Kanellis.
Right, yeah.
So Maria tells Mike, you're supposed to be rubbing lotion on my belly, and she storms off. And then Ron Simmons
But
walks
no,
up.
seriously, bro, if you want her to have that fine-ass body again, you better start rubbing some lotion.
Yeah. So she storms off. Then Ron Simmons walks up, grabs Jimmy Hart's megaphone, and yells, damn.
Cool.
Like, damn what?
Right. Damn, he's going to rub lotion. Damn, Bischoff was like, hey, if your baby doesn't work out, come to SmackDown.
Bischoff, you telling her to abort that child?
The only reason you're mad is because they've saved the damn for, like, key moments in Raw history.
Right.
Where something effed up is happening, and he walks up and he just looks around.
But I don't even...
Yeah.
I don't know what was the point of saying damn here. Like, there was no need for a punchline. There was no setup for a joke. So
No.
I don't even know what's going on. All right, next up we have we go backstage, and the club, or the OC, as they're now known,
Which means what again?
Orange
original
County.
club?
Yeah. Orange County.
Yeah, no, the original club, I guess.
mean, you know.
They're hanging out. They have shirts, so now it's official.
It's official.
AJ Styles says he's going to beat Seth Rollins in his match tonight, and then they'll make an example out of him. Also backstage, Pat Patterson is waking up from an ambush, or maybe a nap. It was probably just a nap.
Yeah.
And Gerald Briscoe is standing over him as the new 24/7 champion. And if you thought Pat Patterson looked old...
Holy hell.
Tales from the Crypt is now 24/7 champion.
He's like, yeah, I'm the 24/7 champion. Yeah, like his life is in slow motion now.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Right.
Yep.
And apparently he's still a talent scout for WWE.
Really?
Sure. You can do that from your couch. I watched AEW like you said. It was good.
So then Kelly shows up, looking as slutty as ever.
Fucking as slutty as ever.
Yeah,
She's like, "Oh, I bought this brand new nice top and these nice jeans." And Vince is like, "No, this won't work at all.
Yeah.
Take it, lose the shirt."
That's tremendous.
No, he's like, what can I do to help this? What can I do?
What?
Epiphany.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on a second. I just had an epiphany.
Lose the shirt. that's tremendous.
Yeah. So she shows up, she hugs Briscoe, and then knees him in the balls, and becomes a new champion.
And he slowly falls down to the ground.
Yeah. Kelly turning heel on the Raw reunion, attacking an 80-year-old man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But it's still a man. It's a woman's world. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a Samoa Joe in-ring promo. He takes a big dump on the Raw reunion, then makes fun of Rikishi. So out comes Roman Reigns, who tells Joe, "You want to say something to my family, then say it." Joe says, "I already said something about your family." So Roman says, "Well, you're from the same island, so you know what happens next." They brawl for a bit, but Joe retreats. Roman gets on the mic and says, "Sorry, everyone, not all Samoans are cowards." So then Samoa Joe says, "Roman, you want a match?" "You got it!" And then you know what happens?
What happened?
Kick out, spear, pin, repeat. ProWrestlingTees.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling. All right.
Yeah. So Roman's like, "You're from the same island. You know what happens next."
Right.
I was expecting them to like break out in like a tribal dance, like on the trailer for Hobbs and Shaw.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought Roman was going to be like, "Wait, aren't you a part of our family? I don't understand this."
Why are we fighting?
Right. So next up we have Miz TV with his guest Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Seth says Brock Lesnar is a Seth Rollins wannabe. Paul Heyman appears on the Titantron and tells Seth, "Stop bitching about Brock cashing in because you cashed in on Brock first." And Seth says, "Yeah, because he's a Seth Rollins wannabe." Heyman then comes out to the stage and tells Seth, he comes out the stage, but Seth says, "I'm going to give you 5 seconds to leave or I'm going to curb stomp your head off." Seth starts counting, so Heyman runs to the back. And Rollins says he will win back the Universal Championship at SummerSlam. But tonight he's facing AJ Styles, so let's burn it down. So there you go.
Burn what down?
SummerSlam.
It.
The arena.
Yeah.
Back in the Raw reunion green room, Tori and Rikishi are pretending to dance to music that isn't playing. There's no music.
No.
And they're just pretending to dance.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible. Charlie Caruso is about to ask them some questions when Sami Zayn interrupts and says, "This is like watching the Attitude Era with the Face app."
That shit was hilarious.
Very good line.
Because it is so true.
It's great.
Yeah.
Then Rey Mysterio walks up and tells Sammy to show some respect. And then Kurt Angle walks up and says, "You know, when I was Raw GM, we settled things in the ring."
I don't think you did, actually.
No. Settled in your,
this
in your
coming
office.
from the guy who sent Sasha and Bailey to
Anger management.
Couples anger management, because he didn't want them to settle it in the ring.
Right.
What the shit, Kurt?
Yeah.
Backstage, Kelly tells Candice Michelle,
"Hey,
what's up, girl?" She's like, "I'm the new 24/7 champion." Then we see Naomi talking to Melina, and Melina tells Kelly, "I just got my license." And she takes off her jacket to reveal a referee shirt.
So is she going to be reffing on Raw or SmackDown now?
She fucking better.
She has a license.
She's been gone, what, 10 years?
10 years.
And for 10 years, she's been training to be a ref.
Yeah.
That's what she's been
It's
doing.
a long process.
Per the storyline.
So Candice Michelle attacks Kelly and pins her to win the title. Then Alundra Blaze puts Candice in a sleeper.
I think you're being a little gratuitous with that term.
She's worst
like, "Come here."
The worst sleeper of all time. And Candice
I got
taps.
you.
Candice taps.
And she tapped out.
Yeah.
She tapped
out.
For the sleeper
For the
to be
sleep,
effective,
Yeah.
you go to sleep.
Good one.
You don't.
Like you do the
She was
whole.
like, "I don't want to go to sleep."
Hey. Oh, there's one.
It used to be 3. Now
yeah.
it's just. Oh, head's dead.
They're
Ring
dead.
the bell.
They're dead.
Yeah.
Well, now it's MMA. It
is,
you know.
right.
So, yeah, Alundra says, if any of you have a problem with me being 24 champion, that's what she said,
Yep.
24 champion, you better tell it to my face because I'm not going to be champion very long. And it's like, oh, okay, so.
Yeah, because we know how this fucking title works.
We'll come back
Our
to that.
truth is about to pin you.
You see our truth, like.
Hey, girl.
Yeah.
All right, so next up we have Sami Zayn versus Rey Mysterio. I think this is the only non-rematch of the night. And we have Jonathan Coachman on commentary, which no one asked for.
No.
Sammy decides to retreat, but then out comes RVD in his ring gear,
Yeah.
Sergeant Slaughter
In his
In
dress
his-
greens.
in his greens,
Slaughter gear.
the Hurricane in his wrestling gear, and then Kurt Angle in a suit.
In his GM gear.
And Sammy's so afraid of these four old guys that could barely walk that he goes back to the ring. He gets a 619 and a frog splash. Ray wins. Like RVD, who works for Impact now, made an appearance on Raw.
Wrestling has-beens, assemble!
He comes out in his wrestling gear, does nothing.
Does nothing.
Why are you in your wrestling gear?
Yeah, why, indeed.
And just the four most random guys. That have- none of them have anything to do with each other.
No.
Wait.
You got something?
Wait.
Please share.
The invasion angle.
Yeah.
RVD, Hurricane, and Angle were all on Team WCW.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
You mean WWE?
Team WCW.
Kurt Angle wasn't.
He was briefly.
Oh, well, yeah, he defacted.
He defacted.
Wait,
Right.
Hurricane
And then
was on the main
refacted.
team.
Right.
Yes. Sergeant Slaughter, I don't know.
Right.
He's like, wait, you guys weren't G.I.
Well, I'm like,
Joes?
okay, well, we got we got two former GMs there,
Yeah.
I guess. But all right. So yeah, Ray wins. That's it. Backstage, Montez Ford finds Angelo Dawkins coughing and applying eye drops. Ford asks him what happened, and Dawkins says, "I was hanging out with RVD in the bathroom." No, you weren't. He was just he was just out by the ring.
Yeah.
No, before that.
Before that?
Before
Okay,
that.
all right, sorry.
So now it's okay to talk about weed smoking.
Yes.
Yes.
And then Dawkins also says Mark Henry, Kelly, Ric Flair, and the Boogeyman were there. They're like, well, then the Boogeyman showed up. We got to get out of there.
Yeah.
And then Dawkins gets a call from the Godfather and walks away, and
And
Ford's
he's
all
like,
jealous.
Hi, how are you?
So yeah, we still got the Street Profits. Even on the Raw reunion, we
We still have the
Street
Street Profits backstage at Raw doing nothing.
Right. Next up, Alundra Blaze comes out, and she comes to the announce table. She says, I told you I wouldn't be 24/7 champion for long. And she's about to dump the title in the trash can where it belongs. And what does Michael Cole say when she pulls out the trash can?
So there's a long history here of everything being over-explained, right? Alundra Blaze puts the trash can on the desk, and Michael Cole says, well, that's indeed a trash can.
That's what he says.
It has a bag. It's a small can. No shit.
Is there a huge radio listening
Exactly.
ship here?
We have to explain things.
Alundra Blaze, that's a trash can.
In case you're not watching, you're listening.
She's a woman.
Yeah.
In case you're just listening to the Monday Night Raw podcast.
Right.
What?
In case you're just listening while you're playing on your phone, probably watching AEW highlights, that's indeed a trash can.
That's indeed Alundra Blaze.
In case you just have this on for background noise, trying to fall asleep.
Then, what? Oh, you're asleep.
So she's about to put in the trash can, and I'm excited. I'm like, yes, they're going to get rid of the title.
Right.
This is great. Maybe introduce a better title, you know? But then out comes the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Money.
And by the $1 million man, you mean the 347 and 18 cent man.
Right.
I mean, yikes.
He tells her, I'll buy the title from you, and he hands her $10,000 in fake money. Like, they're...
It might as well have been Monopoly money.
He holds it up, and at first there's like a few $100s. Then he like starts,
Sifting through it or...
Yeah.
going through it, and then you just see a bunch of blank,
Right.
like it's all empty. There's nothing there.
Hey, he's a smart man.
Yeah.
I used to be able to buy everything. Now I have to kind of cheat my way. I'm a con artist.
So
Right.
Ted DiBiase becomes the new 24/7 champion. That's great.
Yeah.
Next up, we have AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins with Jerry Lawler on commentary. A few minutes into the match, Seth gets knocked outside the ring, and then Styles, Gallows, and Anderson are about to all attack him. But then the DX music hits, and Triple H and HBK come out to have Seth's back.
They're like, oh, God, you have two 50-year-old men as backup? Fuck that.
Yeah. I guess we'll just kick their asses, too.
Yeah.
So
Hey, too sweet me.
Yeah.
After the commercial break, Gallows and Anderson attack Seth, so it ends at DQ. Everyone gets in the ring for a stare down. AJ Styles offers to Too Sweet DX. And then Triple H and Shawn hold up the Too Sweet, but then do the suck it chops.
Small problem. Didn't 2 weeks ago in Japan, Triple H teamed up with the club?
Yeah.
And now he's like, suck my dick!
Yes.
We're back in the States.
Right. We're back in the States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't canon, Eric.
It wasn't canon,
yeah,
I guess.
You should have known that.
No, it was canon. And Triple H is like, don't you watch the show? You can't trust me. That's true,
all.
everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm
I can't believe Seth is letting me stand next to him right now.
I know.
I tried to literally end his career.
And
I tried to take his leg off. So DX and
Like
Seth...
a little more than a year ago, right?
Yeah.
2 WrestleManias ago?
A little more than a year.
So the OC gets knocked out of the ring. They grab chairs, and they're about to get in the ring, but, oh, you didn't know? Out comes Road Dogg, X-Pac, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall. Road Dogg says, with China's spirit, we got 7 of us here. And then he says, oh, wait, I forgot about Billy.
China's spirit?
China's spirit, yeah.
Okay.
She dead, Eric.
Well, I know, but I figured she'd want to stay as far away from that place as possible. Even
All right.
in the afterlife.
So the OC retreats, but Styles yells, I know where NXT is, I'll come on down there, which I'm sure was just a throwaway line. That'll never happen.
War Games!
I mean,
Versus the Undisputed Era?
if Styles came out, on NXT one night, that would be amazing, but I'm sure that was just a throwaway line.
I'm sure it was.
But then Road Dogg lets Seth Rollins do the honors.
Hey, OC, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
All
He
right.
did it with a high pitch.
Yeah, too high.
You got to go down with it, Seth.
And then
Right.
the best thing about this was a picture that was floating around after of all the DX guys hugging and Seth just standing awkwardly to the side.
Yeah, that was
Like,
hilarious.
This one?
Are we...
This one? No? All right, I'll leave.
Someone fist me, please.
Come on, guys. Too sweet me. I'll do myself. Oh, yeah.
That feels good. Becky?
Tremendous.
Becky, where are you? All right, so backstage, Ted DiBiase gets in a limo, but then we hear him getting attacked, and a ref yells 1, 2, 3. Drake Maverick gets out of the limo as the new champ, but then the jobbers chase him away, and EC3 runs by holding an electric screwdriver.
So I don't know if that's an upgrade or a downgrade from the Red Cup.
I mean, probably an upgrade.
They're probably like, wait, now we have the Street Profits here. They hold Red Cups. We can't have people thinking you're part of the Street Profits.
Well, EC3 changed his gimmick. Now he's a psychopath.
What are they doing with him? Like, you need to be running with something. And they're like,
I bet he
bottle?
just
Yeah.
grabbed something.
phone?
Uh,
No.
No.
The screwdriver. How about the... Yeah, the screwdriver. Like, how do they come up with
He
that?
probably
prompt?
just grabbed it. I would,
Right.
Just
yeah.
grabbed it.
Fuck this. I'm trying to get fired.
It's a screwdriver.
He was actually trying to drill his eyes out, and they're like, hey, we need you to chase Drake Maverick. Fuck.
It's like,
So close.
AC3, what are you doing? I'm watching the show.
All right, next up we have Mick Foley cutting an in-ring promo. But then Maverick and the Jobbers run by, and Foley says, Drake Maverick gets in the ring and then runs out the other side, and Foley's like, come to Papa. But then they run to the back.
Yeah.
And then Foley says, I've had a lot of great memories, and here's my favorite. So he tosses the Titantron, but the lights go out. The weird music plays, the sound effects, and then Bray Wyatt as the Fiend appears in the ring,
This was
Yes.
amazing.
and he puts Foley to sleep with the mandible claw.
That was so good.
But Foley does that.
well,
he kind of
Cole-
said it.
he did.
Yeah.
He kind of did say that.
Yeah.
This was the one great moment of
It
the Raw
was. It
reunion.
was.
This was fantastic because it featured a legend, a real legend in the ring,
Uh-huh.
putting over a new star.
Yay!
Imagine that.
Like he used to do his whole career.
Instead
Exactly.
of DX burying the club.
Right.
Like,
Right.
this group of fucking 55-year-olds. Like, Jesus. All right. That was a great moment, though. It's
Yeah.
Hey,
fantastic.
Foley, you need to get your ass kicked and put someone else over. Oh, this really is a reunion of Raw.
Right. So the standard Monday Night Raw then?
Yeah.
So next up, we have a moment of bliss with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Alexa's guest is Becky Lynch. She starts to ask a question, but then Natalya comes out and tells Becky, "Say it to my face." Say what?
Say what?
She didn't say anything.
No.
What the fuck are you talking about, you dumbass? So they talk trash to each other, then they start to brawl. The refs eventually split them up. And then after the commercial, Natalya tells Charlie Caruso that she started the women's evolution.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate Ronda Rousey won't come back.
Right, exactly.
I put out this tweet before the Raw reunion. I was like, how great would it be if Ronda comes out, breaks Natty's arm, and then demands to face Becky at SummerSlam?
Yeah.
That would be
so good.
amazing.
It could save SummerSlam.
Instead, Becky and Natalya, you might as well throw it on the pre-show because it's worthless.
Really?
You might as well. How does it not be the pre-show? How does it not?
Right. Like you sent a tweet.
Yeah.
It was in a tweet like talking about how like they only main evented WrestleMania because of Ronda Rousey.
Right.
And now they're literally doing nothing with Becky.
They main evented WrestleMania only because of Ronda Rousey. Because since then, Becky has only main evented one pay-per-view, and that was because it was Seth Rollins and because Brock Lesnar was coming out. Had nothing to do with Becky as the main event.
No.
But like she's the main event of WrestleMania and then doesn't main event the pay-per-views after that? How does that make sense?
Right.
It does not.
All right, enough of this women thing.
Yeah.
They gave you the one moment.
Right.
See me in
Right.
10 years.
Backstage, Drake Maverick is about to get in the limo with his wife, but R-Truth shows up. Truth starts pulling him, but Drake's wife is trying to pull him in the limo. Carmella then kicks their hands, and Truth rolls up Maverick to win the title back. Truth then hops in the limo and escapes with Drake Maverick's wife.
And probably Ted DiBiase? He might still be in there.
Still in
He's
there.
probably in there.
He's passed out.
Of course. Why wouldn't he be?
They should have had a limo cam where like Truth is like, "I got it," and then he looks at Drake Maverick's wife. He's like, "Oh, you're here. Oh, damn!" And then he looks over and Ted DiBiase's like fucking like knocked out,
Yeah.
all bloodied up.
Who's that, your sugar daddy?
Is that IRS?
And then of course Drake Maverick does like the, "Oh my God, they've got my baby and my wife."
Yeah.
So next up we have Braun Strowman versus a jobber.
So he's debuting again.
I mean, this was
Why?
a huge why.
Just
Yeah.
why?
Why would you do this?
Right.
He wins with the biggest choke slam ever.
Right.
Which isn't his finisher.
Again, why? Why?
Yep.
Why? Why? Okay. Next up, Ric Flair comes out to the stage, followed by all the other legends and former stars we saw during the night. Then Hulk Hogan comes out and tells us something, brother. And he's wearing so much makeup.
Talking to you.
Oh my God. Did you see, like, Hogan had the face of like a 30-year-old and the body of like a 70-year-old.
Maybe they loaded the face app into the camera and did the younger one for Hogan.
He had layers and layers. There was not one wrinkle on his face.
Right. I wonder if he made the Glam Squad's Instagram.
It's ridiculous. So finally, Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out, and at this point we still have like 10 minutes
Yeah.
to the show. I'm like, oh, okay, this is
enough time
He's
to
literally
stun
stunning her-
18
her-
people.
her-
like
him,
this
him.
is awesome. Like
Yeah.
anything can
Yes.
happen.
Yeah.
This could be great.
Right.
So he gets in the ring. He drinks some beer. And just like I said earlier, he's like, "I'm not gonna get all sentimental," and then he gets super sentimental.
Overly sentimental.
Calling everyone his family. He says he spent Sunday with Hogan and recorded a podcast, which, okay, I'll admit I want to listen to that. A Stone Cold and Hogan podcast.
Sure.
Then he says he spent the night with Flair listening to stories while drinking every beer in the whole bar.
I doubt it.
Probably.
Hopefully Flair wasn't.
Yeah.
Then he says he hung out with Ron Simmons, Mark Henry, Godfather, and the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman is in that club?
I guess so.
Or he likes to drink too, Andrew.
And then Stone Cold invites everyone in the ring, and they all drink beer. So you're probably asking, like, what happens after that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stone Cold picks up the mic,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "How much time we got left?
A minute?
Hell yeah! All right, bye. And then the show ends.
I want to
No,
do one
he
more
tells-
mushy thing if I have time.
Oh yeah, he says him and Gerald Briscoe did some stuff in South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
With
it.
a monkey. You didn't hear about that?
He's like, me and Joe Briscoe, let me tell you something about Briscoe. Me and him did some stuff in South Africa. It's probably not legal.
Good
Anyways,
night.
good night.
Remember I used to tell you how he made me fuck a deer?
It made me fuck a monkey.
Deer's name? Pat Patterson.
So that's how Raw ends, with that everyone just hugging and kissing.
Yeah, so I sent out a tweet.
No stunners.
I sent out a tweet, and I was like, I got to borrow this line from Enzo. If I had a dime for every stunner delivered on Raw, I would have
0 dimes.
0 dimes.
Including Kevin Owens.
Not one stunner. No Kevin Owens. No interaction. A sappy, love-struck Stone Cold. Like, what?
They just probably like, he can't do the stunner anymore. That's Kevin Owens' move.
Yeah.
Because there were stunners on SmackDown.
Michael Cole was there to say, "Oh, that's Kevin Owens' move that Stone Cold used to do. Stone Cold can't do that."
Right.
Yeah. So at least there were stunners on SmackDown. So let's get to SmackDown.
Yeah, I guess.
We start things off with the announce team. Corey Graves and Byron Saxton are not there. So David Otunga, Big E, and Xavier Woods are filling in.
Now, at this point, I'm confused because Shawn Michaels sent a tweet saying, I'll be Raw Reunion and I'll be doing commentary on SmackDown.
Well, yeah, Tom Phillips says, he said, well, Shawn Michaels was supposed to be on commentary with us, but he's going to be on Miz TV instead. It's like, all right.
Yeah, that's the same.
By the way, Xavier Woods, when you're done with wrestling, please join the announce team.
You know what? Fuck it. They're not pushing you anyway. Just join the announce team.
He is so good.
Just be the only announcer on Raw.
Of course he's good.
They only did the first hour because then Michael Cole had to take over for some reason.
What?
Yeah. So Shane McMahon comes out. He mentions how great the Raw reunion was. Wrong.
False.
He says that Kevin Owens has challenged him to a match at SummerSlam, and Shane accepts. He also called himself the best of the world. Yeah. So, all right, good job. Shane says that Owens said he will quit if he loses to him. Shane says Owens has quit before, and he plays the clip from last August when Owens quit.
Yeah.
For like a week.
Yeah.
Shane says, I wanted in writing that Owens will quit after I beat him. Kevin Owens comes out and says, I won't quit because I'm going to beat the living hell out of you at SummerSlam. KO tries to charge the ring, but Shane tells him, if you touch me, then the SummerSlam match is off. However, Shane tells Owens he will have a match tonight against Roman Reigns.
Oh.
I see what he did there.
Okay.
A couple guys doesn't like, let them beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
Backstage,
Okay.
Shane tells Elias and Drew McIntyre that the match needs a special guest referee, and he appoints McIntyre. Then he makes Elias the timekeeper, and then he makes himself the ring announcer.
How bummed out do you think Drew McIntyre is?
My God.
Where like he's like, wow, this is going great. They're going to align me with Shane McMahon. I'm going right to the top. And he's just become Shane's bitch.
Yeah.
Remember last week, they were like, oh, we're going to have a all-star 10-man battle royal, and Drew McIntyre's like, oh, all right. Maybe I win. Drew, you're not even in the match.
No. You're fighting Cedric Alexander.
Drew, go get Shane his coffee,
Yeah.
please.
He fought Cedric Alexander 2 weeks in a row.
Next up, we have
A cruiserweight.
Yeah. Next up, we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus Apollo Crews. This was a good match. Apollo had a few close calls, but Nakamura wins with the Kinshasa.
Yeah.
And then after the match, Nakamura gave him another Kinshasa outside the ring.
I like it.
I like it. Backstage.
They were all over Apollo Crews and how great he is. the
Oh, yeah.
announcers.
Yeah.
Like all over it.
Right.
To the point where it's like, well, per the storyline, what has he ever done to earn these shots?
Seriously.
What has he done? Like, then let him win a couple matches here and there.
Right.
But he loses all the time.
Yeah.
I can't get behind someone who loses all the time.
No, absolutely not.
Well, Joe and I, on the NXT podcast last week, we were joking because Ronaldo, they had Apollo Crews versus Kushida.
Yeah.
And
yes.
Mauro Ronaldo called that a dream match.
Oh, yeah. I was listening to that. Yeah. I mean, what the shit? Whose dream is this?
That's my nightmare.
Right. Also, sir,
Yes, sir.
I would not be the actor in the WWE films.
Excuse me, that was Andrew. And
Sir.
and my
He
decision.
said that, sir.
And my decision.
Sirs.
So what? You're going to be best on the mic over
No,
Joe?
I would be best in the ring, obviously.
Come on. Have you seen a Hoppity match?
Have you seen a Beefy Joe match?
We
Take
better-
out the
You know what?
papers and the trash.
We better settle this in the ring.
We fucking better.
Can you
Hold
go?
on.
Can you go get clothesline backwards out of the ring?
Yeah.
Can you do a double X handle off the top rope?
It was one of my signature moves.
Bullshit.
Oh, with
you-
a giant
can-
sausage in your hand.
So,
Can you get an elbow drop from Joe through a table?
if I need...
I rest my case.
I was put through a table. I got AA'd through a table
Yeah.
by that son of a bitch. The original
the
son
original.
of a bitch.
Oh,
okay,
original
nice.
one.
All right. Okay. All right.
We have to wrestle now that we have all these followers. We have to wrestle.
Yeah.
All right. So backstage,
Backstage.
Mandy tells Sonya, which by the way, Sonya looked really good.
Sure.
Oh,
She
yeah.
had her hair down.
Yeah. Normally she
I'm
puts her hair
telling
up
you.
and squares up.
I have pictures of her on my other Instagram site.
Yeah.
She's hot.
She is.
She's a very nice.
Yeah, when she wants to be, she is. So Mandy tells Sonya, I spoke to Shane, and I got us a tag team match next week. And
I spoke to Sharon, and he just said he enjoyed it.
and he
We
said,
have
"That's great. Now get out."
Equity for later.
Clean yourself up. Get out of my office.
Like, was it Melina that fucked Batista
Yeah.
to try to get help, and then he's like, "I'm not gonna do shit."
But he's like, "Thanks for the free fuck.
Yeah.
I'm out."
Get it in writing, you stupid.
Right.
Which was interesting because Batista ended up cheating on his wife with Melina.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we all saw it. What do you mean? Yeah. Duh. Hello.
So Mandy tells Sonya, she spoke to Shane and she got them a tag team match next week, and if they win, they get a title match. What happened to the Kabuki Warriors?
Who knows? They had their shot
They had the shot.
and they lost.
That's it.
They won.
Moving on.
Well, yeah, they won, but
they won
that
the
was
match.
their shot.
Okay.
Yeah. So SummerSlam, I guess, 3-way match.
Yeah. So Sonya and Mandy hug, and then they stare into each other's eyes for a long time.
For like a long time.
So they're doing the
Like this.
Yeah. So they're teasing us again.
No longer.
Stop it. They're teasing us again. Okay, when are they gonna kiss? Is it gonna take them winning the tag titles for them to make out? Because
Make out.
please give them the tag titles.
Yeah.
Have a live sex celebration. A live scissor in the ring.
Jesus.
You are. Is that two women?
I am hard.
I'm hard.
Next up, we have an Ali promo on a staircase. He's hanging out in a
Oh, I'm
staircase.
so
Yeah.
done with these.
So he's
Very passionate.
He's heel, right?
He says one day he'll be WWE champion.
Okay.
Okay, buddy.
You couldn't even be cruiserweight champion.
Right. Next up, we have Miz TV with his guest Shawn Michaels. But first, Miz tosses to the Titantron so we can watch highlights of the Raw reunion. 5 minutes later,
Yeah.
Miz introduces HBK, and Xavier Woods sings along to the music.
I know I'm sexy. I got the looks, that drives a girl wild. I got the moves, man, that really move. I said, gee, up and down, that's fine. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy. I'm just a sexy boy.
Yeah. This is great.
So good.
Yep.
Like, they must not have Vince in their headphones because they just do whatever they want.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So Shawn gets in the ring. He talks about how great the Raw reunion was. Wrong. Wrong again.
Yeah.
Wrong.
HBK says how impressed he is with Seth Rollins and he's excited to see him burn it down at SummerSlam. But then Dolph Ziggler interrupts and tells Shawn, when you came back to the ring last November, you broke my heart. You were embarrassing.
He broke a lot of people's hearts.
It was like watching Goldberg in the ring. So another shot at Goldberg.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler was absolutely right. Shawn
Yeah.
says, I'm not gonna disagree with you. It was embarrassing wrestling the Undertaker. But But you know what was more embarrassing? The Undertaker and Goldberg. No, he says, you know what was more embarrassing? Working your whole career and being known as nothing more than a second-rate Shawn Michaels wannabe. Oh, sorry.
There you go.
So Dolph bitches some more, so Miz tells him to do something about it. Ziggler starts to walk away. Shawn grabs his arm. Dolph takes a swing, but Shawn ducks and he strikes Miz. Shawn then punches Dolph, checks on Miz, turns around, and Shawn gets a super kick from Dolph. And then Dolph retreats before Miz can retaliate. Again, what is this leading to?
Miz versus Dolph at SummerSlam with HBK.
It can't, right? It can't. It just can't.
I think that's what it's going to be.
The only decent thing is if like Miz and Dolph somehow become a tag team.
Or HBK aligns with Dolph and is like his manager. Please have
I'll
that.
take that. Sure, yeah.
Jesus.
All right, so next up we have Ember Moon versus Charlotte Flair. 30 seconds into the match, Bayley comes out and distracts Charlotte, and Ember gets the win with a roll-up. So Ember's getting a shot at the title.
Yeah.
And they can't even give her like a legit win on Charlotte.
Not even a legit fucking win.
No.
You got to protect the queen, Andrew.
Yeah.
So after the match, Ember celebrates with Bayley outside the ring, but then Ember throws Bayley in the ring, feeds her to Charlotte. Charlotte hits Bayley with a big boot, and then Ember hits Charlotte and Bayley with the Eclipse. So there you go. So at least Ember stood tall there, I guess, looking strong or whatever, because she's not going to win. But later in the night, Charlotte demands to have a match at SummerSlam and says, my opponent will be better than Ember Moon.
Okay.
So that has to either be a legend or Sasha Banks, right? It has to be like Sasha Banks, Lita, or Trish Stratus.
Maybe.
Who else could it be?
But how do you even
Lacey
say
Evans?
that? How do you even say better than like a current superstar?
Yeah.
Well,
Like
no.
Sasha, maybe, but like anyone else but Sasha.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's not
Right.
like Ember Moon is like the next big thing here. She's been jobbing for a year.
Yeah, but you
I
still
know, but
can't
like,
bury somebody
but
like that.
especially when they're the one getting the title shot. Like, okay,
right.
this is for the title, but my match is going to be more important.
Right.
You're totally burying the title match.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has to be Sasha.
Probably Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans. Good God. Next up, we have a Kofi Kingston in-ring promo. And that's when Michael Cole replaces Big E and Woods. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks
Kofi
for
says he wants his SummerSlam opponent to be Randy Orton. So Orton gets in the ring. And Kofi reminds Orton of when he whooped his ass on Raw back in November of 2009. And we watched footage of Kofi leg dropping Orton through a table.
That was great.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, that was great back then. Kofi.
Jesus.
It was a good show back then, yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad
Oh,
we
yeah.
couldn't watch. That's what I meant, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Kofi tells Orton, I was supposed to make it to the main event scene after that, but you used your influence to hold me back. But no more because I'm now the WWE champion. Orton admits to holding him back and says, you weren't ready yet, Kofi, and you're not ready now.
Now you come out here and you brag about how hard you worked for the last 11 years. What about my 18 years on top? And just so you know, I never had to work hard a day in my life to get where I am in this company because all I had to do was be Randy Orton. I didn't have to fake a Jamaican accent, throw pancakes, or shake my ass.
I mean,
He's not lying.
I mean, damn.
Every
Damn.
once in a while.
I didn't have to fight my way because I was just Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Right. It was
Like,
really
what a great line.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
I'm just great. I'm just great. Always.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Every once in a while,
Piss
Randy
excellent.
shows us, why he's Randy Orton.
Exactly.
It's like every
Why
like
can't it always be like this?
every 6 months or so, he cuts a good promo.
You know what, Kofi? I'm gonna show up tonight. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try for all you people
Yeah.
for SummerSlam. You're gonna like this.
I'm not going to phone this one in.
Yeah. I don't need a fake Jamaican accent or pancakes or to shake my ass
Yeah.
to fight you. Oh, these were just great lines. I loved it.
They were.
Loved it.
So Randy also tells Kofi, it's my fault why you won the title in the first place because I'm the one who injured Ali before the Elimination Chamber.
Can't argue there.
He says I could take the WWE Championship whenever I want. So Kofi says, let's find out at SummerSlam, and Orton accepts. So next up, Samoa Joe comes out. So we have Kofi versus Samoa Joe.
Hit it.
The match goes 15 minutes, but then Orton, who's been watching, he's like, all right, this is going on too long.
Right.
And he unsuccessfully tries to RKO Kofi. Instead, Orton RKO's Joe, and then Kofi hits Randy with Trouble in Paradise.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Kofi stands tall this week.
SOS.
Yeah.
Randy Orton will stand tall next week.
Yeah. And then Kofi retains at SummerSlam.
Then you still have one more week.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. Next up, Kayla Braxton interviews Finn Balor in the ring. We watched footage of Bray Wyatt attacking him last week. And then Kayla tells Balor, you seem shaken. Are you scared?
You scared?
Are you scared, little boy?
Pussy?
Did you pee
should've
your
been like-
pants?
he should have been like, I'm a little scared.
I'm scared, Kayla. Can you hug me?
I'm a little scared. Oh. Can you hug my penis?
No, Kayla. Lower. No, just get down on your knees, Kayla. No, that's too short. Get
Pray
back
with
up.
me.
Oh, God, too low.
Kayla, get down on your knees and pray with me. Yeah, that's the reason I'm not kneeling with you. Now turn towards me. Just your head.
Did John Laurinaitis take the body of Finn Balor?
Yeah, something like that. Sure.
So Balor says, I didn't back down the last time I faced Bray Wyatt. I'm not backing down now. He challenges Bray to a match at SummerSlam. And then a new episode of the Firefly Funhouse pops up on the Titantron.
Like, the music hit, and I thought, holy shit, they're going to do it how we said they should have be doing
Yes.
it, where he comes to the ring, like, in the Mr. Rogers gear.
Right.
And no, it's just a video.
Well, I'm still. At least they're still doing it that way.
Yeah, but it would have been better if
Like
he
when
came
he's
to the ring.
when he's cutting promos, he's Mr. Rogers, Bray Wyatt,
Right.
and he tells Balor that he's a big fan of his, but the Fiend is not. He says the Fiend accepts your challenge at SummerSlam, and then he gets all serious, and he's talking about the Fiend, and then he says, "Let me in," and then lots of special effects and sound effects. Then the Fiend appears on the screen and says, "Let me in."
Wouldn't you rather not have seen the Fiend there and just have him talk about the Fiend
Yeah.
as if,
Yes.
like, the Fiend accepts your challenge? But,
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared of him.
For sure.
Anyway, you guys have fun with your match. Like,
And then,
no,
at, and then
you
at
don't
the
show
end,
him.
but then just at the end, he does like the, let me in, and then that's
Right.
it. You don't see the Fiend, like,
Right.
That's
that's
what I
what
always
Kane used to do all the time.
Yeah.
Kane would be like, "Hey Seth, you have a match later against the Demon."
Right.
That's like, So yeah,
See, I always thought that was the best part of Firefly Funhouse, when he was all happy and getting, then he gets serious, and he'd be like, "All you gotta do is let me in." Okay, goodbye. That was the best part of it.
And we still don't know what this Muscle Man dance is.
Right.
We still
No.
don't know what that is.
I
Show
don't, think,
us.
I don't think we'll
Show
ever.
us, Joe.
I don't think we'll ever know.
No, they have to reveal it.
Do the Muscle Man dance.
They have to.
Reveal what?
We need the payoff.
What's to reveal?
I want to know, like, why is he dancing? Like, why is a Muscle Man
Joe's
dancing?
gonna wait for the Bray Wyatt meet and greet and be like,
No, you know what the
So what's the deal with the Muscle Man dance?
You know what the payoff is? We have like the Vince puppet doing the Muscle Man dance. We need actual Vince doing the Muscle Man dance.
we need Joe doing the Muscle Man dance.
So for the main event, we have Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens with Shane, McIntyre, and Elias doing their stupid shit. This match starts, but instead of fighting each other, Roman and KO attack the bad guys.
Oh, hey, imagine that.
Saw that coming a mile away. Roman Superman punches McIntyre. Owens stuns Elias. Then Roman throws Shane in the ring, gives him a Superman punch. Then KO stuns him. The fans chant one more time.
But I don't think they're talking about Shane here.
I mean, that would
Like,
have been
how
amazing.
badly did you want Roman to get stunned?
Of course.
Like,
But KO stuns.
so easy.
KO stuns Shane again. And then Tom Phillips yells, I think Stone Cold would approve. Well, guess what, Phillips? He could have approved.
He had his chance.
We had that opportunity to where he could have approved.
Hey, Kevin, I saw you've been using my stunner lately.
You piece
And
of
let
trash.
me tell you, I think it's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good job. Now let's bring out some pieces of trash and stun 30 jobbers.
Yeah.
Hey,
Where's that 24/7 line?
Hey, Kevin, I saw that you ended SmackDown and you were standing tall. You stunned a McMahon. That's good. That's good. But why is Roman Reigns still standing?
Yeah. Exactly.
Why is he still on his feet?
That piece of trash?
Offer him a beverage and kick his ass. That ref looks like he could take a good stunner right in the ass.
Matter of fact, drag Michael Cole since he's a wild card on SmackDown, throw his ass in the ring, give him a stunner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him about 5 stunners for Stone Cold.
I had my little stunner cross-off list. There were 72 X's I wanted to circle tonight.
Yeah.
I was going to take a sip of beer for every stunner. I haven't had a sip of damn beer.
They should have stunned 30 jobbers.
They should have.
And then Shane comes out and he's like, because Shane's like in charge on TV right now. Like he's the guy in charge.
Yeah.
They stunned 30 jobbers. Shane's like, this is out of control. Stop it, guys. And then they both stunned Shane.
Yeah.
Or like you said, have Vince out there too and they stun Vince and Shane at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Would have been great.
They had the opportunity.
And they fucked it up.
And they didn't do it.
Of course.
So there you go. That's the end of SmackDown.
Yep.
So let's give some awards.
All right.
Who'd you have for worst dressed?
For worst dressed, I had the $1 Million Man. He just had like a regular suit and then like $2 stickers.
It's like a cheap suit.
Stuck to his lapel.
He's a cartoon character where they don't really show cartoons anymore. I had a Lunger Blaze.
All right.
When she first appeared, when we first saw her,
Yeah.
I was like, who is that?
Yeah.
Like, that's how bad she looked.
Right.
I was like, man, Michelle McCool looked better in person. Ugh.
I literally was
Oh
confused.
my God.
I was like,
I don't know.
Why is Michelle McCool wearing a trash bag?
Why is Michelle McCool melting? What the fuck is happening?
I thought, who was
God.
Sable's bodyguard back in the day?
Yeah.
What was
Nicole
her name?
Bass?
I thought it was Nicole Bass, back from the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone won the Stern Death Pool on that one.
Oh, yeah.
my
No,
God.
yeah, that was John Hine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had Candice Michelle. She did not look good.
No.
She was one of my favorites when she was on TV.
I've seen her recently, and she had just kind of gotten down. Like, she's no Tori Wilson.
Well, she's chubby, but
Or
then
Kelly
she's
Kelly.
wearing a skin tight outfit.
Right.
It's like you can't do no. So don't do that. Best dressed 1, 2, 3.
Kelly.
Kelly.
Wasn't even
Kelly.
close.
Nope.
Kelly.
No one else had a shot this week.
You know what?
Absolutely not.
Her outfit was...
That's tremendous.
yeah. Tremendous.
I'm a genius.
Come on, Vince. Jeez. Good Lord. All right. Worst acting. Speaking of Alundra Blaze,
Sure.
there were so many candidates, though.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
How dare you,
Oh,
Eric?
man.
How dare he
I'm not
not,
gonna get-
sir?
I'm-
Sir, excuse me. Let me defend you as your attorney.
Go ahead.
Sir, how dare he not
Yeah.
Put Stone Cold.
Stone Cold was bad, but he wasn't even close to
Look,
the worst acting.
Let me remind you. I'm not going to get all sentimental, but I love you, and I love you, and
Yeah.
I love you, and I love all of you, and
know
I love
what?
all of them.
You know
and
what?
Vince,
Look, I know, I
fucking
get
love
the-
you too.
I did the promo, Eric. I know how bad it was.
Then you should know the answer to the question.
Hey, you know, Andrew, maybe if your little ears aren't working too well, maybe you understand sign language. Here's to you. Give me a thumbs up.
I'm going to start doing Flair, Mauro Ranallo.
All right.
No, I went with the Lunger Blaze for worst acting.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. She was awful.
Best acting?
If you want this 24 championship,
Yeah,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
On commentary.
Yeah.
Worst comment.
Well, that is indeed a trash can.
Thank you, Cole.
Yeah.
How is that not worst acting?
Like, that's like the worst of the worst, Cole.
Cole should be getting
Yeah.
worst acting every week.
Shit.
Seriously.
I have
Joe?
to go with that.
I had Bischoff trying to recruit Maria Kanellis. Hey,
Yeah.
maybe you want to abort that
doesn't-
baby?
If that baby doesn't work out,
Maybe take a pair of scissors and come over to SmackDown.
you want me
Get a
to
hanger?
kick you in the stomach a couple times? Throw you down the stairs? What do you want me to do?
I have a clothes hanger I could give you, let you borrow.
Jesus. Yeah.
Clothes hanger attached to a vacuum.
All right.
Oh.
Best comment.
John Cena, y'all look just like your mug shots. How was it getting arrested?
That was good.
That's great.
I didn't have to fake a Jamaican accent, throw pancakes, or shake my ass.
That was good.
I had Sami Zayn. This is the Attitude Era with the face app.
Yeah.
So good.
That's great.
Like the best parts. Okay, besides Bray Wyatt, Mick Foley, like that was great. But like other than that, the best parts of the Raw reunion were the heels shitting on the Raw reunion.
Yes.
Right.
Like
Yes.
that was it.
Yeah.
Like Samoa
So
Joe comes out, he's like, "Oh, what are you gonna give me a stink face?"
Right.
You know. Worst match.
The Raw opening match, just because we already saw it.
My God.
This is how you're opening the reunion, and you had the challengers win and not win the titles. All the things I hate.
Yeah.
I had Braun versus the Jobber.
I had
Why?
Rollins versus Styles just because they didn't get to do anything.
There wasn't really a match.
It wasn't a match,
There
and
was
then
no
it was
match.
it was a glorified DX
and
hugathon.
and they did the hugathon, and they did the match reset. With
Right.
Triple H and Shawn coming out. Oh, we better restart this shit.
no
Super slow mo.
Joe versus Roman.
Yes.
No.
I had that.
It was a much slower match.
Okay.
I mean, Briscoe versus Patterson. Clearly, it was a legitimate match.
Yeah.
It ended
On
pretty
Raw.
quickly for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Best match.
Nakamura versus Apollo.
It was the only good match.
It
so I
really
have to go
was.
with
It's
that.
kind of the only candidate. I had nothing.
It was kind of the only match.
the only match.
kind of
Seriously,
the only match.
it really was. Start to finish, they had a match.
Right.
I don't know if any
like
other match had that.
SmackDown had a Roman and KO, not a match.
Yeah.
It had Charlotte versus Ember in 30 seconds.
Samoa Joe and Kofi with an Orton interference.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Worst move?
Alundra Blaze's sleeper hold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweep it.
Yeah.
Sweep it.
Best move. This is easy as well.
Mandible claw to Foley.
Yes.
For sure.
Sweep
Definitely.
it. Worst moment.
No Stone Cold Stunners.
I've got lukewarm Steve Austin.
That's perfect.
lukewarm.
Yeah, that's just Stone Cold. I don't think I've ever been disappointed with Stone Cold before. Ever. Go back to the Raw 25th anniversary, and it was by far the best part. You know, he comes out, he drinks beer, he stuns Vince and Shane. It was fucking amazing.
Yep.
Right.
And then we get this Stone Cold.
Lukewarm Stone Cold.
That's perfect. Lukewarm.
Steve Austin.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's perfect. Best moment?
I guess the Fiend attacking
Yeah.
Foley.
It's the same as best move, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
also the best moment.
Double down.
For sure. Doubling down. All right, that's all
Yeah.
for awards. So now it's time for some breaking news. So AEW recently created a Twitter account called AEW on TNT, and they are teasing a big announcement for Wednesday. Obviously, we're recording this Tuesday night. Probably by the time you listen to this podcast, the announcement's already being made, but it's expected that they're going to be announcing that AEW will be airing on Wednesday nights this fall, and they'll probably give a start date.
Yeah.
You'd imagine, because now they got to start selling tickets to their shows, to their TV shows. Braun Strowman posted on his Instagram last Wednesday, here's to 4 more years of being the hardest working and best big man in the whole damn industry and working for the greatest promotion in the world. So, new contract for Braun.
Cool.
You guys don't sound too excited.
Monster.
I mean, now we've got to see him work his way from the bottom again, fighting jobbers.
Jobbers. Raw and SmackDown is coming to Madison Square Garden for back-to-back nights in September. They've been promoting this on Raw
Correct.
and SmackDown. And so far, it's not selling well. There are still tons of tickets available, whereas in the past, they used to sell pretty fast in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
So that's not good. Can't
Right.
sell tickets in Madison Square Garden. You have a problem. I even went on the websites to look. There's like 1,000 tickets available. It's all over the place. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Also, this is really cool news. Dark Side of the Ring announced that they have been picked up for a second season.
Yeah, if you didn't watch this show was fucking amazing.
This is good. It's really good.
It's on Vice,
It's
the
well
Vice
done.
channel.
It's
Yeah.
things you don't know.
It's not on like a big channel. Like I never heard of the Vice channel before this show.
Right. Like I knew it was like a website.
Yeah.
Like they did news stuff and articles, but like now they're doing like documentaries and stuff. And this was freaking amazing.
I'm so excited for the second season.
Yeah, like the wrestlers that they get to come and talk, and it's not like a WWE production, so you can get like everyone else's side without like WWE
Right.
feeding them the script.
Yeah.
Like the Montreal Screwjob with Brett, like going, just actually telling it the way he saw it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was great. I hope they do the Owen Hart thing, but I don't know. That'd be interesting. Any other news?
No, I didn't really actually have news.
All right.
The
let's
did you
get-
do the
sorry.
Mick Foley thing? Did you talk about that?
What?
He's gonna fight his daughter's boyfriend.
Oh God! Haven't they done this already?
What?
No, here let me read it to you guys. Mick Foley will face his daughter's longtime clown boyfriend at Warrior Wrestling 6.
Warrior Wrestling announced on Friday that Foley answered Frank the Clown's open challenge for the show, which takes place September 1st in Chicago during All Out weekend.
Jesus Christ.
At least get some Saudi money, Foley. Jeez, if you're going to wrestle
Right.
again.
But I mean, that's like, he'll lose in 2 seconds or win in 2 seconds?
Foley will lose?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
No, I'm serious. It's what he does.
No, I know.
Daddy, hi, Daddy. Could you get jobbed out to Frank?
My piece of shit boyfriend who thinks he's
Whoa.
a fucking clown.
Whoa.
Yikes.
Take it easy.
Hey.
All right, on to rumors. Rumor time.
Rumors!
Kevin Owens wins back the Universal title?
Maybe!
Balor Club to finally get a second member?
Too sweet!
Brock Lesnar willingly works a full schedule?
No chance!
Next year's WrestleMania will be in Saudi Arabia?
Confirmed!
According to Dave Meltzer, Ricochet was scheduled to appear on Raw, but he's dealing with an elbow infection. Meltzer said that it was supposed to be Ricochet who got the big moment with DX instead of Rollins.
Yeah, I had that rumor. That kind of sucks, but
Sure.
I mean, like, the thing I saw said that like everyone sees him as a future big star.
Yeah.
So they kind of wanted to give him that moment. Instead, they let Rollins do it.
Yeah, well, elbow infection.
Yeah.
Meltzer also reported that Bischoff will not be in charge of creative for SmackDown, but Bischoff has since publicly addressed this on his podcast, saying the dirt sheets are wrong. And Bischoff and Meltzer have a history of not liking each other, so
Yeah.
there you go.
Why would Meltzer say that if it's not true?
Yeah.
I'm sure someone told him, but that does, like, even when I heard that doesn't make any sense. Because Bischoff moved to Connecticut. Like, why would you have to be there where Vince is if you're not going to have any say in creative?
Exactly.
Meltzer also said that Bret Hart and Bully Ray were invited to Raw, but they declined.
They were both like, fuck that shit.
And Bully Ray was doing like the troll thing because on Busted Open Monday morning, he was saying that he was in Tampa, but then he didn't show up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He probably knew this show's going to suck.
Yeah.
Any other rumors?
No.
All right, then. What's next? We got trivia?
Trivia.
Let's try some trivia.
Last minute trivia.
All right.
All right, fan question. Should have asked the fans this week, I guess.
Let's see. There are only 3 matches in WWE history
Oh, no.
to both open and close a pay-per-view. So think of like 2. This is going to be too hard.
No way.
Yeah.
There's no way you guys get this.
2 matches that opened and closed a pay-per-view?
I have a...
Like one pay-per-view, it was the opening match. Another pay-per-view was the closing match.
Yeah. But now this has probably happened more than 3 times.
Wait. Say this again? There's only 3 matches?
Where a match has opened a pay-per-view on one pay-per-view and then closed it on another.
Right. So the first one was
Okay,
the
I got
opener.
it. I got one. I got one.
What? Go ahead.
Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. That's one.
Which one did they close it on?
Battleground. So there have been 4 matches that have opened and closed.
I guess.
Well, no, they did.
Oh, because of WrestleMania this year.
They opened WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And they closed Battleground
Is
like in
Charlotte and Sasha on there?
2015.
No.
No.
No, this is too random. Yeah, it just talks about where'd it go? Yeah, like Cena versus JBL was the opener of Judgment Day, and then the main event of Judgment Day.
Like the following year?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it just has to do with people. Like they're if they were mid carders and become main eventers, that could happen.
Yeah.
And then 3 people entered after Triple H in the Royal Rumble and went on to win.
Which Royal Rumble?
Well, if I give you the years, that would give it away, right?
Well, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't even know
So,
what that
like,
question
Triple
means.
H entered at number 1.
Yeah.
Whoever entered at number 2 went on to win.
That
And then
year?
and then Triple H entered at number 29, and then the next person was 30 and won.
That
And then he
one
had-
was
that was Cena.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then he entered at number 7, and number 8 went on to win.
1 and 2.
So 3 times the following person that came in.
Oh,
after.
when he was number 1, Rey Mysterio was number 2.
Yep. Yep.
And then 1 year he was 7-8.
And 8-1. Right around that time. These all happened like
Stone Cold.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh no. Take? No, not Taker. You wouldn't be 8.
A little closer to home.
Closer to home.
Yes.
Not Sean.
No, not Sean.
Well, I don't know what that means. I don't know. Just tell us.
Randy Orton.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
That was interesting.
Look, I opened a business and moved 2 houses this week.
Please, people, give Joe some trivia.
Yeah.
All right. Fan question time. Kyle Foxton, if Twitter were around in the Attitude Era, who do you think would be the most entertaining mid-carder to follow? This would be crazy because we'd be seeing, like, X-Pac doing blow, like, on Twitter. Like...
Right. I think...
suck it up!
I think
I
The
think
Rock
X-Pac.
as a mid-carder would have been great on Twitter.
Like when he was a mid-carder. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like when he was with The Nation.
You know Stone Cold wouldn't have been on Twitter.
Oh, fuck no.
What the fuck is the internet?
I can barely tweet now.
Yeah.
It's got to be somebody that would have been good on Twitter, like a bad guy mid-carder.
I think I like Xbox. He'd be doing drugs. It'd be entertaining. All right, Jason McGovern. Is Samoa Joe the only Samoan wrestler not part of the Roman and Rock's family?
I think so.
Yeah, pretty much. I think even Kona Reeves is a part of the family.
I think so, yeah.
Boy.
Justin Stewart, how do you think the meeting of the booking for the Raw reunion went? I think all these people had great ideas, and then Vince was like,
That's tremendous.
But instead, I'm gonna inject the Raw reunion with a lethal dose of
Poison.
And by poison, he means his own creativity.
Yes. Exactly. That's exactly what he means.
Yeah.
all right, Clay Hirsch, who would you like to see as WWE champion? Surely I'm not the only one over this whole Kofi New Day thing going on.
Finn Balor.
I mean, Kevin Owens.
Or Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. Tony V, would you rather see the Undisputed Era debut against the OC or the New Day?
OC.
The OC.
OC for sure.
OC.
OC.
Steve the Don Volante, if Eric and Josh actually had a match at SummerSlam and either Andrew or Joe were the special guest referee, would you guys call it down the middle or screw one of them over? Also, keep up the great work, guys.
I would rather have Andrew because I feel like Joe would be more willing to screw me over.
Joe's all about the swerves.
He is.
I'm
Andrew
you know,
would kill both of you. He would stun both of you. That's
Yes.
how he would.
and the winner of the match, Andrew Pisano.
That was one of my favorite Stone Cold moments, is when he was a referee against Kane and The Undertaker, and he stunned both of them, and then he announces himself as the winner.
Right.
And then Vince fires him, and then the next night on Raw, Stone Cold kidnaps Vince, and it's one of the best Raws of all time.
Yeah.
We should recap that one day. Gotta recap that.
Boom.
Yeah.
Like that pay-per-view and that Raw back to back.
Oh, jeez.
That was fantastic. David Swizerboylick, if you had a finisher, would you prefer something like a super kick or stunner that might get you the win, or something lame like a fruit roll-up that guarantees it? I want to win, so fruit roll-up.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm all
Fruit
about
roll-up
the
all
wins.
day.
Guarantees.
Ryan Brady, good idea or not? KO joins Stone Cold in the ring at the end of Raw. Stone Cold tosses him a beer. KO chugs it with him, then hits a stunner on Stone Cold and starts stunning everyone in the ring past the damn torch. That would have been better, sure.
That's what I said. You have to stun Stone Cold.
Right.
Yes.
But no, they didn't do anything.
Trace Browning, does Cena beat Flair's title record? No.
Nah, I don't think
Cena
so.
might
Not
not
now.
Cena might not wrestle ever again.
Right.
Like, he might have one more match
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Although he's probably doing the Rock thing where he'll never have a final match. You know, he'll just be like, "Oh, I'm coming back and maybe I'll wrestle, but no, I'm not going to wrestle."
This is
I'll have a
always
6-second
home.
WrestleMania match.
Exactly, it'll be that. Steven Stafford, Pushfire Barry, Jake the Snake, $1 Million Man, Earthquake.
Push Jake, Barry, $1 Million Man, Fire, Earthquake.
Yeah, in that order.
That was easy.
Dan,
That was too easy.
Dan Hill, if you could pick one person / team to interrupt Stone Cold's Raw promo and do a huge beatdown on him, and whichever legends ran in, who would it be? I think Drew McIntyre's a good one.
Yeah. Undisputed Era.
Sure, the Undisputed Era. That'd be fantastic. That would be like freaking that would be like a huge moment.
Yeah.
If it was
that would have been the moment you talk about 10 years from now.
Exactly. Cody Masters, what can we do to never see an uncomfortable and out of sync HBK in the ring again? Also,
don't
keep him out of the ring.
Don't let him in the ring.
Also, guess why Flair's head was cut open?
Oh God!
Didn't it? Yeah, he had like does he just bleed all like just randomly?
He sneezes too hard and his forehead explodes open.
Yeah, come on, all that scar tissue doesn't know how to heal now.
So why was Flair bleeding?
Was he really bleeding?
Flair, why were you bleeding? Yeah, he had some blood.
Please enlighten us.
It looked like it was dry blood.
I got so hard with all these legendary beautiful women, baby, in the backstage that the blood went to my penis. And so I passed out and fell down.
Okay.
He's only got so much blood left.
I believe it.
He's got like enough blood for an erection or to run his body. Not both.
Yep.
Eddie Funyuns, Push Fireberry, most disappointing parts of the Raw reunion. Stone Cold, no stunners. Godfather, no hose. Or Rikishi, no stink face.
Stone Cold, no stunners, easily.
That's
Godfather, no hose. Second, and then third is the stink face.
And can Stone Cold tell me how much he loves me again?
I love you, I love her, I love him, I love them, and I love you.
Is he listening to the show?
Yeah.
What about us?
I love you too. I love you guys.
Oh.
Let's drink some beer and hug and kiss. And you can kiss my balls.
King John Thomas, which match should main event WrestleMania? HBK versus AJ Styles in a last standing match. I guess in their prime, right? Yep. Or The Undertaker versus The Fiend in a Buried Alive match.
Styles,
the first one.
HBK.
For sure.
Close.
Yeah. Patty Ice, who do you think decides we have all these legends, let's bury the club instead of letting the club look strong over DX? There's one man, it's Vince.
Yeah.
Franklin Romero.
And why not have Finn Balor make the friggin' save for the club?
Right.
And then join them.
Yeah.
Hello! He beats down DX and joins the fucking club?
He's still got to fight.
Holy shit!
He's still got to fight the Fiend as a face.
Oh,
so.
whatever.
How many of them could even take a bump?
Right.
What would Scott Hall do? Just stand there? Take the worst bump ever? Franklin Romero, last night's Raw was the worst wrestling event I've ever attended. What's your worst memory of a live show you attended? I just there's some Raw and SmackDowns that have been here that have just been really boring.
Right.
Like nothing
so
happens.
The worst one I think I've been to is the SmackDown after Survivor Series that was here. Because after watching NXT and Survivor Series and Raw and being at SmackDown,
so long.
we were like falling asleep. It was so boring.
Yeah. The only thing that happened was the debut of the Riot Squad.
That was it.
That was the best part when you guys went up to get like beers.
Yeah,
and I was
'cause we're
alone, and
bored.
then Liv Morgan ran like right next to me. She was like 2 feet from me.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe I didn't just grab her.
Yeah.
Like I know I would have been arrested, but like instinct tells me just grab her.
Just grab her.
Instinct.
Save her.
Save her.
She needs saving.
No, Liv, I've seen the future. You don't want to go to that ring.
Yeah, right.
Go, drive back to Florida. Go back to Orlando right now. Stay there. Pop Culture Junkie, Fuck, Marry, Kill, Raw Reunion. Melina, Candice Michelle, Tori Wilson.
Yeah.
Fuck Melina.
Marry Tori.
Marry Tori.
And murder Candice Michelle.
Murder.
That is correct.
That is a perfect. God, can we do this? I want to do all three of those.
Wait.
And maybe murder Candice first.
Can we get some like redacted over that?
Get the murder out of the way. You know?
Like when he says, "Can we do this?" I really want to murder. Just put poison. Wait, maybe that's worse. I just want to poison.
I want to give her my poison.
Yeah.
Jay Benjamin, who else would you like to see join Charlie Caruso on the Ho Train?
Oh.
Probably the three women we just mentioned.
Yeah.
Mike Dawes, did Ted DiBiase make the worst investment of all time?
Yes.
I think so.
$10,000 for that shitty title?
Yeah.
Jacob Weiss,
By the way, she would have taken $10.
She would have.
Yeah, they're actually not paying me to be here, so I'll take it. Jacob Weiss, what was better, Spider-Man or the Raw reunion? Is that a real question, sir?
Seriously.
Is that a real question?
Are you referring to the Spider-Man from like 1975 where he like kind of crawls the building so weird?
Yes, and I think that's better.
And that was better.
Because they just put a camera on the ground and like let him like
right.
No, like what they pulled him up with a rope and you can kind of see the rope and he
really?
didn't even touch the wall. He just was doing this.
Yeah, but like there's also a shot of where he's supposed to be on the ceiling, and he's clearly just like on the floor.
On the floor, yeah.
Like,
Right.
you know, it's like how we used to do that in the old videos.
For sure.
Final question, Mitch Starr. Did Baron Corbin hit the end of days on Becky to be cheered in Saudi Arabia?
Jesus. I mean, he was cheered here for that.
Yeah, no, it was awesome.
By us.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's the show. So make sure you subscribe to our podcast. Give us a 5-star review. Check out our website, what'swrongwithwrestling.com. Like the show on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wrong Wrestling. Go get your pizza shirt at ProWrestlingTees.com/What's Wrong with Wrestling.
Also, don't forget, if you purchase any of our shirts and you want to send them to us and then pay for shipping back, we will happily sign those shirts for you.
A pre-packaged
envelope.
Yeah.
Prepaid envelope.
You have to sign them with a special pen, right? So they don't get washed off.
Oh, I don't know.
We're just assuming your fans don't wash their clothes after you touch them.
Yeah.
That's a good chance.
Mail the pen to us, too, that we need to.
You know it's a special pen.
Yeah. And then finally, of course, as always, become a supporter of the show at patreon.com/
Do it.
What's Wrong with Wrestling.
Yeah. We've got business to take care of this weekend.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
You do?
We do.
Yes.
What business?
Well, we have to do a special recap.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
Business.
Business.
See you later.
Adios.
What was that Raw reunion?
Yeah. I love you.
What was it? What?
What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling. Oh no. And he's always right. Don't you dare have a different opinion. He sounds like Stone Cold Steve Austin. It kinda looks like Kevin Owens. Dean Ambrose is in his daydreams, and Charlotte is in his sex dream. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling. Oh no. Obnoxious, crazy, loud, egocentric, no doubt that's Joe. Self-proclaimed strongest and best-looking man in the world. Loves wrestling, but only part-time. Strong, big players, pretty sublime, yeah. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Every circle's love that he can't really hold in his piss. He made hashtag push Eric, yeah, we'll push him off a cliff. Doesn't think Stacy Keebler is that high, and we almost forgot Josh. He's just a troll. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with